pressure on the ground, and I stayed up. You know, it was a fabulous game. I can't say enough about Dana and his crew. West Virginia was a hard-fought battle. It was extremely physical as well. I thought that the officials did a decent job out there. Couldn't be more proud of the 2018 seniors to end in this fashion against a rival opponent with us historically that goes so far back in our history. And to win the type of game that we won. It wasn't like those other games that we've been watching for the last 2 days on TV. You got glitter all over your forehead on the left-hand side. That, you know, it was one of those games that was a good battle, you know, and can't say enough about the Camping World Bowl and the way they treated us here. And the trophy is really, really heavy, and I'm glad we got it. Questions?
All right, we'll start up here.
Dino, you sort of talked through practice and this week about moving out from the 2018 team, moving into the 2019 team. Obviously, Tristan Abdul had good games with guys like Tyrell and Spitzberger. What did you sort of see from guys who will be back next year and contributing and being part of this?
You know, I don't look at it like that. I look at it like we had to take care of this opponent. Our 2018 football team had to play well as a team. I thought it was extremely unselfish of the 2018 team to include individuals that hadn't been with us the entire way, and to play unselfishly and not care about who's going to get the credit, and to include them into the closure of 2018 to give us an opportunity to have an outstanding 2019.
Coach, are you going to left?
You know, a couple times leading up to the bowl, I kind of asked about Tristan Abdul, and he said, we'll see how they do. There are guys who have been here longer. How much of their success today was kind of being coy going in, and how much of it was them having success and maybe sticking with it a little bit?
I don't know about either one of those. I would say this. I thought that the wide receiver coaches, Reno Ferretti and Justin Lustig, along with Mike Lynch, the running back coach, did a nice job of bringing the underbelly along with that 2019, those 15 practices of getting the 2019 team ready and seeing if they know the plays and do the things that they need to do. You have to understand something. Those two individuals have never played at tempo. You know, they have never played at tempo. And we're not in our first year, we're in our third year. So there was no way we're putting those guys on the field if we've got to slow down for them. We don't consider them that good. So for them to be able to operate in certain parts of our offense at the speed that we like to operate, I thought it was a really nice job by the assistant coaches and a good job by them getting ready.
Back over the
Dino, right over here. After the NC State game, you talked about the story about when you got introduced to Perry during the UNC basketball game, kind of blamed as to what you were going to say, but you just said, we will win. How much does a story like that now resonate with you today?
You know, that just came from the heart. That could have happened, that could not have happened. But I can tell you that from the heart, I really believe it would happen, and I'm glad it did. It makes me look good. But if you do things the right way and you go about it with the right effort and you have the right faith, things seem to work out.
Coach, in the press conference yesterday, right in front of you. I know you just had a second here, it's right in front of you now. At the coach's presser, you had mentioned that you expected blitzes from all directions on all sides, and that the quarterback is not Iguana, he doesn't have eyes on the side of his head to see it. It kind of looked like that at the beginning with the struggles that you had earlier. Do you think that Dungy grew eyes on the side of his head in order to recover for the rest of the game?
No, I don't think he grew him out of the side of his head. That's impossible. I do think he tried to settle down a little bit, though. You know, it reminds me of a movie. I'm not going to bring this up, though, but they were coming from everywhere, and that's what that defense gives you. Now, there's certain things you can do, there's certain things you can't do, and it's one of those deals where we were doing a little bit too much. I can still remember Dick Toney, the coach that coached me at the University of Hawaii. One time he came up to me and he said, "Dino, try less harder." And I'm like, what in the H is that? Try less harder. I'm trying to try less harder. And I think that was pretty much the case from the first half to the second half. I thought we were trying too hard. We needed to try less harder and let the game come to us. Limit what we were doing, really take the icing off, and just serve cake to them. And our guys would figure out a way to get it done. And I thought after we settled down in the second half, that's exactly what happened with Eric Dunn.
Dino, Dino, just what you can say, not just today, but Eric.
I don't have a clue where this is.
Right, exactly.
Okay, you guys got those phones, I'm looking at cameras.
Just what you can say about not just today, but Eric Dungy in general, from when you came in and inherited him as a player, just what he's been to this team, what he's done, and then secondly, for the senior class as a whole.
Senior class is unbelievable. Senior class will be etched in stone. I'm not sure, I don't want to say this with, with all the tax problems we're having in this United States, but I'm not sure they're going to pay for anything for the rest of their lives in the state of New York, anywhere close to Syracuse and County. I mean, these guys really did some amazing, amazing things. When it comes to Eric Dungy, the tall tales are true, the stories are true. We're going to be telling them for a very long time, and after 10 or 15 years, people are going to be calling bologna cheese that there's no way that he threw an interception and ripped the ball out of the defensive lineman's hand and got the ball back for a 1st and 10. Or that he got moved left, moved right, moved left, and found Mo Neal down the middle for a huge play that changed the game. The guy is amazing, and he has the heart of a lion, and he's going to be a fabulous, fabulous player at the next level.
Coach, keep looking right, one over for closer.
Thank you. Coach, in the first 3 quarters, it was a big back and forth game, and the defense only limited West Virginia to 1 touchdown. So what was your defense doing right? What did you tell them before the game at halftime?
I thought that Coach Ward did a fabulous job, especially when you're going against somebody like Dana. They mixed it up extremely well, and they stayed aggressive on them. I mean, it's not like they blitzed every single snap. I really feel like West Virginia brought a lot more than we did. But the timing of everything, the counter punching of everything, again, I thought it was a fabulous chess match, and I thought that there's no doubt that Coach Ward did a nice job, because that's one of the best offensive coordinators in college football.
Coach, congratulations. 3-0 in bowl games. Can you talk a little bit about your preparation?
Dude, you got it. It's big, man. It's a big glitter thing right over there. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's huge. It's huge. Okay, go ahead. Okay, I'm not smiling at you because you're cute. I'm smiling at you because you're
Thank you. I appreciate that. Coach, bowl preparation, the week. Talk a little bit about that. You're undefeated in bowl games. I mean, is there something? What do you do?
I don't know about all that. I think it's really important for the guys to enjoy the bowl early, and let them go out and do what they need to do in moderation. And then it's really important to lock them in and make sure you remind them how important winning is. And you don't have to win all the time, but if you're going about it the right way and you're giving your best effort, you let the chips fall where they may. And I just make sure that the effort's right and the concentration's right. And if they love each other, which I believe they do, they can only find a way to win.
Did I get it?
You did.
Just a few more for Coach. We're going to go to the
Take a picture of
back
yourself.
Coach, when you look at the
Coach, way back here to the right. All right. This is kind of a multi-parter, but can you tell me when you decided to play Christian Abdul? What went into that decision, and where did this program go with guys like that around?
If they did a good job, they were going to play. They did a nice job on their exams, so they looked like they knew what to do. But if those guys know what is different coming from the schools they came from, playing at the Temple that we play at, if they get out there and they can't process it fast enough, they can't go. It's as simple as that. It doesn't matter. They can't go, and they got to wait till next year. We put them out there, and if they didn't do well, they would have gotten less. We put them out there, they did okay, so they got a little bit more. I don't see it like a basketball team. It's not 1 or 2 cats that change this team. They're good. We're glad we got them. But it's going to take an entire football team to do the things in 2019 that the 2018 team did.
And with everybody that scored the point is coming back, where does that sit in the future of this program?
Well, Dungy threw some of those passes. He's not coming back.
Who scored? You know what? Technically.
Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you what. It tells us that we've got a chance. We've got a chance. We're losing a lot of guys on the offensive line, and I just can't say enough about this offensive line. It is the best offensive line that we ever had. And there's nothing like being on a basketball team with good big people. Everybody else can kind of mess around, but if you got the best big person on the floor, you got a lot of wins coming, man. And that's what an O-line gives you, and that's what a D-line gives you. They're the big guys. And it's going to be hard to match this line, but we're going to try really hard. Right now, this is the best offensive line we've had in 3 years. Defensively, we're losing an M and an N with an A in the middle. Slate is all man. And I won't get into awards that he did or did not receive, but if whoever, I mean, his family's going to be really happy with him, because I'm telling you, this is not his last day. That guy's going to play a lot of football for a long time, and I don't say that very often. I'm really reserved about saying that about people. I said the same thing about a young man last year. They got drafted in the 7th round, and I said he was uncuttable, and a whole bunch of people started giggling at me. And I think he started 4 or 5 games for in the NFL already as a rookie. So this guy's going to play in the National Football League. He's going to be a fantastic player. But besides him, we got a lot of guys coming back on that D-line. And they're going to be good if they're consistent and they're not occasional. So we've got to try to rebuild the offensive line, and if we do, we have a chance. If not, we won't be as good.
2 more questions for Coach. We'll go front left, the splash zone for the glitter area.
Congratulations, Coach.
Next to the glitter, man. You've got one in back in your hairline now. You got it off your forehead, but there's one really deep in your hairline.
Coach, as somebody who's been listening to the Jim Rome show since you were in high school, how much credit is Jungle Karma? Is that real?
Say the last part again.
Is Jungle Karma real?
Jungle Karma.
Jungle Karma, yes.
You know, Romy is, he's unique now. But the thing I love about Romy, he's had some football players chase him around. I saw that too. That one quarterback chased him around. But the thing about him is he's never changed. I mean, ever since high school, he's been the same cat. He's been consistently good. And, if you know anything about us, we can really appreciate that. So, my hat's off to him. I know where he started, and I see where he's at now. And you don't get to those places unless you're very good at what you do, and you can do it over a long period of time.
Well, we've got something in common, Coach. I've been listening since I was in high school also.
Well, there you go. I tell you what, there you go.
Last question for Coach over here on the right.
Dino, I know that you just mentioned before that with Christian and with Abdul, it was if they were going to go out there and do well, they were going to get more reps. Seeing the performance that they had tonight, though, how important do you think it was for them to get into this game, to get those reps, and to succeed in the way they did?
Okay, this is what we're going to do with this question right here. This is what we're going to do. We're going to talk about Cody Conley, the left tackle that has a chance to play in the National Football League. That was knocking people off the ball. Then you're going to go next to him, and you're going to talk about Aaron Roberts, an unsung hero that is now, I'm not going to say he's got an opportunity to go to the National Football League. Then you're going to go in and you're going to talk about Aaron Service at center, maybe one of the most underrated offensive linemen in the ACC, that if he doesn't start getting his kudos next year, I may have to start boycotting meetings because people are not recognizing how good this young man is. Then we're going to go to Evan Adams, the gentle giant that gets called for penalties. Well, I'm not allowed to talk about penalties, I can get fined. That gives fantastic effort, maybe too much effort. He gets penalized for extra credit penalties when he weighs more than anyone else on the offensive line. And he moves as well as anybody. And then we're going to talk about a transfer by the name of Coda Martin that solidified that line. And those 5 guys, along with Sam Heppel, who I consider a starter, and who will be a starter next year if all things progress the way they are. Those guys are the key to everything that we've been doing. You sprinkle in, tight ends, the Raytheon Pierces, the Rhinos, the Chris Elmores, those big guys. We're different than other spread teams. We can get big and we can get small. We can do it the new way, or we can do it the old way. And because we have the ability to do both, it makes us extremely difficult, which opens up things for wide receivers and running backs, new and old.
Well, for all of those guys, I know you talked about belief without evidence a lot. When you're going to get those guys and you're recruiting them and they come here to Syracuse, what's the message to tell them when this program hadn't been in a bowl game since 2013? What's the message to say, yes, have that faith?
The big thing is the type of things that we do, whether it's offensively or defensively. If you're a defensive lineman and you're looking to get in the NFL, you want to be able to practice plays that you're going to see in the NFL. Our offense is an NFL offense. When you go to the offensive side, if you're going to be a tackle or a guard, you want to do things or plays that you see in the NFL. We run those plays in our offense. The skills that you're learning in college are going to be able to carry you over into the workforce and the job that you want to apply for. Whether it's your undergraduate degree from Syracuse University that speaks not only in the United States but speaks internationally, or to whether it's the National Football League, we do the things on our practice fields that give you a chance to be successful at the next level. Thank you. That was a fantastic question.
Thank you for your time, Coach. Congratulations.